Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Reviews. My name is Steve, and tonight I will be reviewing Gran Torino. So the reason I'm holding it sideways is so I can get the reflection out. That really bugs me when I have that. Here, right about there. Yeah, you can see what it is though. This is a rewatch for me. I've seen this movie about 2 or 3 times, I do believe, and I think this time was my favorite watch out of all of them. And even with that being said, I know this movie definitely has some racist stuff in it, like the stuff Clint Eastwood says throughout the movie. With that being said, growing up, my grandpa, who fought in the Korean War, was kind of the same exact way Clint Eastwood was. I mean, he didn't say the stuff to people like Clint Eastwood does in this movie, but I was around him and I heard him saying stuff like that, and I was just like, man, at a young age, I knew that was wrong because the way I grew up and everything, and I didn't really care for it. I still loved him and everything, but it was hot. It was like seeing this movie and hearing him and stuff. I can totally relate to this movie because he was kind of the same way. Was he a bad guy? No, he wasn't. He just, I guess you could say, it was a little not. He wasn't right for the way for doing that. But anyways, so let's see here. We got a few things here. Like I said, Clint Eastwood had some racist moments in this movie. Uh, I'm not excusing that behavior in any way, but it makes it that much more real. Like I said, let's see here. So, things I do and do not care for in this movie. I do like the barbershop bickering. The scenes with the barber are hilarious. I mean, I know, like I said, there's the racist names they were calling, but clearly in that barbershop they were doing it as a joke. I know that still doesn't make it right, but the scene itself to me was really funny because they were just like good friends, but they just like to call each other shithead and stuff like that. The acting in this is pretty atrocious. Uh, Aside from a few people, the people that I'm talking about the acting being atrocious for was, is it Tao? Let's see. Yeah, Tao and Sue. Those two, their acting were just, man, it was tough to watch at times. And also totally catching that Sue has like a lisp when she talks. Not that that made her acting terrible. It was just, I noticed it like almost 3/4 of the way through the movie. But let's see, what else we got here? The grumpy neighborhood racist helps save the neighborhood from gangs. That's pretty much the moral of the story on this one. I love how the ladies that bring him food eventually start wearing him down to where he wants the food they bring. Which is, it was funny because at first he's like, who the hell's bringing me this? No, take it away. And then one of the ladies brings him something and he's like, is that such and such? And she kind of said something and he's like, oh, all right, just bring it in the kitchen. Like, oh man, I can't pass that up. Slowly but surely, the Hummung family starts to change Walt's way of looking at things. All in all, the end, he cares for some people and decides to die for them to help save them from gang violence. The ending of this movie was the best part. The reading of the will was hilarious. Like when they read the will and he's like, as long as you don't put one of those gay ass spoilers on the back of the car. That car is badass, by the way. The Gran Torino car is badass. But the fact that that little girl thought that she was going to get the car, and when he says Tao gets it, she's just like, I was like, that's great. Because he didn't even relate to his grandkids or his kids. Like the whole him calling his kids, his son, to tell him he was literally going to tell him about the bad news of him having like cancer and whatnot, and that he probably wasn't going to live much longer. And he couldn't even tell his son that because his son didn't want to be bothered. My lady used to work in a retirement home, and she said she saw stuff like that happen too often, literally, where the son and daughter or whatever, would put the parents in the retirement home and then never see the parents. Like, that part was just too real. It really was. I, for one, don't want to say I've seen it firsthand, but in a way, I can see how that does happen. And it happens a lot. But like I said, the message they're trying to get across in this movie is really good. Have I seen movies like this where the words are racist? Yes, I have. Like, I actually have a movie. Let's see here. Where is it? Where is it? Right. Oh, here we go. And this isn't it. This isn't just the only one. I have other movies that are like this. This one right here. I don't know if you've seen this, but I watched this, and there's the same different racist words in that one. The movie itself is still good. I mean, the words, like I said, they are racist, but that doesn't make the movie itself a bad movie, because it's not like the actors are saying it because they want to. They're saying it because the director wants them to say it, because it makes the movie more lifelike and whatnot. That's how I feel it. But at the same time, would I ever say that if I was an actor? I probably wouldn't, because I have a hard time saying those words, period, because of the way I grew up. But anyways, okay. So sorry, there's not my rant or anything, but that was that. So let's see here. Director is Clint Eastwood, which I'm a huge Clint Eastwood fan. There is a lot of stuff that I really enjoy Clint Eastwood in. There is some stuff I don't care for, but for the most part, he's a top-notch guy. He's done like all the Dirty Harrys. He didn't direct those. He was actor in those. Also in The Line of Fire. That's one of my favorite Clint Eastwood movies right there. I know people are going to be like, what? But I love that damn movie. Unforgiven, Mystic River, those are ones he directed. Unforgiven's a classic. Mystic River, man, that was a hell of a movie. IMDb gave this an 8.1 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 81%. Wow, they are locked in at the 8.1, huh? I give it an 8 out of 10. I'm right there with them. Like I said, this movie has a lot of good points to it where it's trying to get like what it's saying and everything. But the stuff that I've literally touched on over and over, that's the only part that I didn't really care for. The budget for it was $33 million on a box office of $270 million. I know I should be saying, I'm going to start saying that the opposite way. The box office first and then the budget, because I do my little graph here on the side. But anyways, interesting fact. So I wouldn't really find a whole lot on that. The only thing I did find was the dog Daisy is actually Clint Eastwood's family dog, which makes sense because, I mean, I'm not saying all dogs in movies are related or like family dogs to the person that's with them, but that dog seemed to have like its own little rapport with Clint Eastwood through watching the movie. And it's one hell of a good looking dog right there. Like, that dog seemed really obedient and everything. I love dogs. Dogs are great. But let's not get off subject, huh? Okay, so with that being said, that is all for today. 8 out of 10. And so let's see. Next on the menu is Gangster Squad. Give me just one sec. Huh? Yeah, there we go. This will be my next watch. I have seen this before. I did remember enjoying it. I know it doesn't get a very good review rating from most people, but I like the whole noir, I don't know how to say that word, Noir feel that you get out of this movie. I really enjoy it. But anyways, that's it for today. Check out my Letterboxd. Like and subscribe, folks. I'm always up for more subscribers, more likes, anything. I mean, comment, whatever. Other than that, you guys have a good day, and I'll see you all next time. All right.